this is DrDepper LP, and today I'm bringing you all a video on how to replace a power supply in a computer. So, let's go ahead and start off. I've already taken out the screws. You'll find that on the back. Most panels will do that. Some panels there's a little handle that you pull and then the panel slides off. But for this one, I just took off. Let's place this to the side. And also let's take off the back panel because you're going to need to do the same thing with the back panel, of course. Next thing you want to do, unplug all the connectors. Best example I can give is the power cable for the graphics card. So the graphics card, as you can see, this cable right there. Well, underneath the cable, there is a little pin button that you want to press. You press that button, and then it makes it easier for you to pull out the cable connector. You just basically press the little flap down, and then you pull it out, just like that. So then you want, for SATA connectors, they don't have the same thing, so just pull it out, that's all. So you want to come around to the back, get the hard drive SATA connectors out. It's a little bit harder, I don't know why. Those are out. Now for the CPU, press the flap down and pull it out. So this one's going to be a little bit harder. Don't force it out, just simply pull it out. I'll get back to that. So motherboard, don't force it out either. Don't force any of them out. Just simply, they'll come. Don't put too much pressure on the motherboard. Alright, it's almost out. There we go, it's out. Anything else? Not really. Those start cables, those jump start cables, these ones, you want to keep those connected. You don't really want to mess with those too much because you may not know how good we'll get them back in. You may not know where to put them back, and I don't know where to put them back. Motherboard, I will have to remove the graphics card, so we'll go ahead and do that and be right back. Alright, so I had to remove a little bit more than that. The graphics card, which is over here, as you can see. Here's the graphics card. Putting it off to the side on a separate table. I also had to remove the fan so it doesn't get in the way. So now, wow, that's a little bit dusty. There we go. And it's out. So, next step. Turn the computer where you can see it. Turn the camera where you can see it. See right there? We're going to unscrew the screws in the back that are connecting, that was tightening it. So anyways, we're going to unscrew those case screws that are holding the, wow, that's a dusty screw. But anyways, the ones that are connecting the power supply. Also, make sure if you're doing this and you don't have if you're just doing it on your desk or whatever, make sure that it is unplugged on the O side of the off or on switch if it has one. I've seen computers that don't have them, so I say that. Let's turn this back and let's go over to the back and let's take these cables, push them back through. Same cables that we're going to have to push through whenever we put the new one. Alright, we got those out. There we go. As you can see, CPU cable, all these cables, motherboard cable, and all that good stuff. Now time for taking this out. Oh, there were some cables that it's wrapped up with still. Okay, so now that you have the power supply out of the way, I've just moved it back there. But anyways, take your computer, turn it sideways. I have not cleaned this in over a year, so let's go ahead and clean this. Well, not over a year. I haven't even had it for a year. Look how dirty that is. I don't know if it's focusing, but anyways. It's a filter. It's on the bottom of the case that keeps the fan from getting too much dust in it. And that filter is filthy right now. Whenever I cleaned my computer the other day, I never cleaned that filter, and I just do that. So, go ahead, take this CPU, power supply, right there, turn it this way so that the fan is facing the bottom. There's the fan, hopefully y'all saw it. Now it's going to the bottom. Move the cables out of the way before we put it in there. Untwist these twist ties. We can do that first. So, twist tie, untwist it, and we'll use that in the cable management in the back. Twist those out of the way so it's a little bit easier to, and push it in. Alright, now time to screw it in. Get those 4 screws that were in there before, put them back in. 1, there's 2. Need to push it in a little bit more. Now, let's go ahead and screw this one in. There we go. There we go. There's 3, and there's 4. Alright, screw them in. There we go. First things first, you want the most important things plugged in first. So, let's go ahead and reroute it to the back, because these cables are much longer than my old cables were. There we go. We got it outside. Now you take it, pull it out. We might have to push it through the bottom one just to save some room. Does it go up top? Yep, it does. So make sure that this little thing right there, the squeezy thing, don't know if y'all can see it or not. So let's get zoomed in. That little squeeze thing. And also, don't know if y'all can see very well or not. Well, whenever you're doing this, because it's a 2 plus 4, you gotta put them together first. And then put it in. I think it's in. Yep, it's in. Alright, next. CPU. You want to get them in order from like most. Yeah, the CPU rides. I have no clue. It doesn't say. Actually, I don't think that's CPU. The CPU is a 2 plus 2. Yep, CPU 1. Actually, let's go ahead and plug our GPU back in, because we'll need that. Let's go ahead and take this and route it this way. Same way I had it before, except for this. Well, we're going to have to put these two together. Let it go together like that. Those are plugged in. That was nice and easy. Press the easy button for that. How are we going to work with this cable? Right now, this is the best we can do. So, now let's take the PCI Express and let's just go ahead and go around. It is a PCI Express, and the only thing I have in my PCI Express slot is a graphics card. Why is it not going in? Like I said, never force them in. Alright, there we go. It's going in. There we go. You heard the click. Well, you should have. If not, sorry about that. Do my best to try to emphasize the click. Just trying to move that out of the way. So next, SATA. I don't have any fans connected to this, so we're not going to worry about that. We'll move that to the side, actually. So we're going to want to take a long cable of SATA, route it this way to the back, like all of them. Well, most of the things that we've been doing. Go straight through the back. Remember, if possible, a way through the back is much better will much neater than a way through the front. So, now, let's turn the whole computer around so don't drop that. Dropping everything. So, we have enough SATA connectors to connect everything with this one strip, so that's what we're going to do. One cable. Remember, for SATA connectors, there's like a little L-shaped thing. There you go. Now y'all can see. Anyways, there's a little L-shaped thing. I hope y'all can see. Probably not. But anyways, and then there's a little L-shaped thing right here. They want to connect. So it goes in like. Not going in. Remember, don't force it. There is a way. Most likely, if you're trying to force it, that way is not what you're doing. Now, SATA is a little bit harder to plug in, a little bit more brute force with it. Now, next one, perfectly, if I could get it through. Alright, it's going in. Alright, it's in. Now, alright, hopefully we can fit that through. Let's go ahead, turn it around. Alright, let's go ahead and check. Can y'all see it? And alright, so we have it down here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I did some cable management. I found some twist ties, I believe they're called. I don't know what they're called. Zip ties maybe? Yeah, zip ties. But anyways, I did some cable management, so it's a lot more neat and organized now. So, time to take this cable. I went ahead and plugged it in. And time to actually let's pick up the computer and let's transport it around here and push it back a little bit. This is actually where my computer normally goes. I don't know if you all saw my video of building my computer in the first place. But anyways, so plug it where the normal spot is. It is also recommended not to use your old cable, but to use the cable that comes with the power supply, so that's what I did. This is the old cable. I didn't mean to have a laptop right there, and I about knocked it off the desk it's on. Not desk, but TV stand. Anyways, put this side panel on. It's on backwards. And put it on like this. There we go. Now let's turn on the power supply. Let's press the power button. It's working. Tell you what, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I had to get this little thingy. It's a little thing that I have to use for my monitor because my graphics card does not support VGA, only composite. There we go. Now let's turn on the monitor and let's see if it works. There you go. Windows home screen. There's my headset. Broken headset, but the microphone works, and that's what I use as a microphone. This is DrDepper LLP. This is how to build a computer. I know it was cut whenever I was right about to plug in the disk drive. I got it plugged in. Other than that, basically afterwards I was talking about checking just to make sure. So y'all can see my face. Let's actually lift that up so y'all can see my face so I can talk to you all. Let's not be in the way of my computer. I'm in the middle. Alright, so anyways. I was talking about just make sure whenever you get all the cables plugged in, make sure you have every cable plugged in. You don't want to plug in stuff to the wrong spot. Make sure everything's in the right plug-in. Make sure everything is the correct plug for that. If you do not know, check your motherboard manual. Your motherboard manual will have everything. But because I've already built my computer, I've already checked my motherboard manual. If not, and it's a pre-built computer, just follow my steps. They should be the same. I don't know. I've never actually worked with a... I have worked with a pre-built computer, but I mean, I've never really worked on it. Like, I've only taken parts out. Like, I've taken this out, and I've taken the hard drive that's in my computer out, just so I can plug it into my computer, and I can have an extra hard drive, and I can have a CD drive. But other than that, I haven't really done any work with that, so I don't know what to tell you for pre-built computers. Just most likely it'll be in my steps. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.